I'm telling you, this author sucker punched me at the end. Hey guys, welcome back to the Nerdy Narrative. My name is Leslie, and today I'm going to give you a brief little wrap up on a book that I literally just finished this morning called After All I've Done by Mina Hardy. Now, from what I understand, Mina Hardy is what's the word for it? It's not her real name, it's a name she's writing under, but her name is actually Megan Hart. I can't remember the term for that. Sorry. But I've actually never read anything by her as Mina Hardy or as Megan Hart. So no matter what name she goes by, this was actually my first exposure to her. And how I actually came across this book was on NetGalley. I actually signed up for NetGalley one night, still new to booktube, and I was on Twitter and I saw a guy talking about he got turned down for an ARC. And I was like, look, I got a dumb question. I see everybody on book Twitter talking about getting ARCs. I'm like, how do y'all do that? And he said, oh, NetGalley. So I went in and read some information, signed up for NetGalley, went through, and I believe I applied for about 4 books. I got approved for the first 2 that I applied for. I was stoked. So this was one of them. From what I understand, it's classified as a mystery thriller type of book, and I would 100% agree with that classification for it. The version that I received was in my Kindle, and so I'll have to throw up just a picture of the cover here for you to look at. There's really nothing special about it. I'm looking at it again. My little saying is, if I'm in a bookstore and I pick up a book and look at the cover, would I purchase the book? Nope. Absolutely not. Nothing about that cover grabs me. The title is interesting though. So that caught my attention, actually, was the title. So the title had me click on it, and so I read the synopsis. The synopsis is what got me. So I've got it here on my Kindle so I can read it to you really quick. She's lost her best friend, her husband, and possibly her mind. 5 months ago, an accident left Diana Sparrow badly injured and missing a few months of her memory. As if that's not enough, she started having recurring nightmares about the night of the accident. Dreams that feel so real, she's left questioning. Maybe she didn't just slide off the road into a ditch. Maybe, just maybe, she hit something or someone. She can't turn to her former best friend Val, who's been sleeping with Diana's husband Jonathan for months, but she might find some comfort in newcomer Cole Pelham. Yet the closer they become, the more Diana begins to wonder what really happened that night and how Cole might be connected. Worse, it seems everyone else could be involved too. Who was with her that night? What really happened? As her life unravels thread by thread and the dreams become too real to ignore, Diana will have to face the unthinkable and do the unforgivable. Let me just continue that little synopsis right there. Everybody in this book had problems. All of these people had issues. They all needed help. Literally every person in this book had an underlying issue. They need Jesus. So the main character, as discussed here, is Diana Sparrow. The story opens up and she is recovering from this accident, and because of the accident, she has what is called anesthesia-induced amnesia. All that she's aware of is she was driving herself to the hospital for emergency gallbladder surgery and then supposedly hits a deer and breaks both of her clavicles. I mean, she's got, I think, a couple of broken ribs, and she's in a lot of pain. She does have a lot of pain medication, and then she's got this huge gap in her memory for a few months. And basically, the story opens, she's home now recovering, and she's discovered that her husband has been cheating on her with her best friend. So the story progresses as Diana is trying to piece together what happened, the months of memory that are gone. She's also trying to figure out what happened. How did her best friend and her husband start this affair? What led to that? She's pulled in so many directions. She knows she doesn't love her husband anymore, but she loves his mother because Diana never really had a loving relationship with her own mother. She was dealing with the fact that her mother OD'd like a year prior, and even though she wasn't close to her mother, it still hurt. And there's just so many things. There's so many things that these people have all done. Like, none of them are good people, really. Each one of these people in this story all did something that I feel is kind of bad. And then they're just doing other things, and they're justifying these other things. And I really sat there and read 90% of that book thinking, this book is so predictable. I just knew everything that was going to happen. I knew how it was going to end, and wow, I was wrong. I'm telling you, this author sucker punched me at the end. I mean, I got a few little things right, but she really, she hit me with some, I mean, I was just floored. Even though I thought it was predictable, I still really enjoyed the story. It was a very fast read. I actually started it last night and I read 90% of the book in one sitting, and then finally it was just super late. I had to go to bed, and I of course got up, walked my dogs, had my coffee, and then sat down and promptly finished the book, and just was like, what? It was weird, it was dark, it was it was a great whodunit. It had drama, it had danger, and you think you know what is happening, but you don't. I don't know. Maybe some of you would have figured it out a little better than I did, but I really thought I had this story pegged and figured out. So with that being said, would I recommend it? Yes, absolutely. I did give it a 4-star review on Goodreads and NetGalley. So if you're looking for a little mystery, a little thriller in your life, I would definitely say pick this one up. I did enjoy it very much. I will tell you, if you decide to read this book, I need you to do something. You're gonna need to hit the store and grab you your favorite bottle of white wine and have that sucker chilling, because Diana and the best friend Valerie, they drink a lot of white wine in this book. You may make it halfway through before you're like, you know what, I gotta have a glass of white wine. It was really hilarious. I just so happened to have a bottle in the fridge, and I was like, okay, I gotta go down and pop that cork and have some. And so I really enjoyed, I kind of felt like I was sitting there with the girls sharing a glass of wine with them. You're welcome for that too. And that's my little wrap up about After All I've Done by Mina Harvey. I did enjoy it. I don't know that I would ever reread it, because it's just one of those that's a one and done for me, because I definitely, even if I waited several years, I feel like the second time around I would remember that I got it wrong and get it more figured out. So I don't know that I would enjoy it as much the second time around, but I really enjoyed the first time. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video and support my channel. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I love you, and I'll see you soon.